What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new Creator News Live. How are we doing on the volume? Should I turn it up, turn it down on the music? Let me turn that down a little bit. 1 second. There we go. That's good. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new Creators News Live. My name is Devin Street, the host of Creator News Live. I've been doing YouTube for many years now. I took a break for a bit, but I've always been covering the creator economy in some way and working with influencers in some way. And tonight we're not covering a topic that's too great, but yeah, it's gonna be a little rough. But I think it's something important to talk about, especially with how extreme the creator economy is getting and where things are going in streaming and everything. But first, this is the first part of the broadcast where we talk about my personal news, things going on in my life, and then get into the creator news. So on the personal news side, not much has happened since our last stream. I did miss a stream last week, and that was because I was working really late. I do Amazon delivery on the side, and I was working that. And that wasn't the most fun thing in the world, to miss a stream. I had a good stream planned, but just canceled it. And you know, that happens. You know, I've scrapped so many YouTube ideas, so many live stream plans and everything, just from times I've had to miss, and it's disappointing. But I'm trying my best to pump out as much content as possible. I mean, literally, I've got 3 different scripts I'm writing for different YouTube videos right now. And on top of that, the stream that we did last Friday, was a pretty solid stream. I'm not gonna lie, we had a lot of people in there. We probably had at peak, I don't know, I haven't checked it. I think the analytics said like 700, which is crazy. I've never had that was my best performing stream ever, first one of the year, and now we're doing our second of the year. So we're going to be going ahead and jumping right into the news. And it's some bleak news to say the least. So let's go ahead and get into it. Today we're going to be talking about something that happened in Spain yesterday. Hold on, I forgot to turn off the music. We're not gonna have lo-fi vibes when we're talking about something pretty serious, which is yesterday in Spain, this topic came out, and it's pretty dark when it comes to just the creator economy. I've been wanting to do a year of positivity, and this stream 1 was lawsuits and fraud and RICO charges. This stream is talking about dying on stream, because we're getting to the point where chats and attention is dehumanizing people. So because today we're talking about Sergio Jimenez. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize if I'm not. And he was a content creator on Twitch and Kick, known as Sancho or Sancho Panza. And we witnessed his death on stream. Just to put it bluntly, he was 37. This wasn't a public stream by any means. This was a private pay-per-view on Telegram and Discord, right? Where he was being told what to do by his chat, and eventually drank an entire bottle of whiskey and consumed 6 grams of you know, a competitor to this. Yeah. And when he died, his chat, they didn't call the police. They asked him hey, are you sleeping? And they told him to get up. We are owed more. Like, it is effed up what happened. And So all of this is connected to Simon Perez, right? Now, Simon is another streamer in Spain who runs this dangerous business model that Sergio followed. And basically, how it goes is you start by doing something very extreme, very crazy on either like TikTok or Kick or Twitch, just to get noticed, where get people talking about you. And we're talking about, when we say crazy stuff, I'm talking like bordering bannable offenses or getting banned on these platforms. And when something finally pops off or goes viral, you're creating an audience of people who want to see this extreme stuff, right? Then you take part of that audience and you move them over to a private group on either Discord or Telegram, and you charge them an entry fee, right? You say, hey, like, you can come into this group for either $5 or $10. This is our private group where we're gonna have private streams and everything, right? And so you're already making a little bit of money there, but that's not where the big amount of money is made in this dangerous business model, which is once you get people into these private streams, you pay per action. And yeah, it is what it sounds like. Like nowadays on all these platforms, Twitch, Kick, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you're streaming, it's very saturated. You know, content creation is not the jackpot it used to be if you really take off. You know, gaming streamers probably make like 1 cent per view. Just chatting makes maybe like 5 cents per view. But when you're doing a life risk, you're getting $500 minimum per action, because these are people that already paid to be part of your group and they want to watch you suffer. They want to watch you do crazy things, and they're willing to pay for that because you purposely curated this specific type of group. And that's what Simon did in this scenario. And Sergio went and followed him right into this kind of death trap. But I mean, this is not the first time we've even covered this, because some of you may remember when we covered Raphael Graven. He was the guy, he was part of a group of guys on Kick who he thought these guys were his friends, right? These guys coerced him into doing these humiliation marathon streams for months where he'd be beaten and tortured and deprived of sleep. And just like psychologically manipulated the whole time. This happened for months and months, where he was just being abused on stream by these people that he thought were his friends. And then just like, I believe like right the day before his demise, he was like texting his mom like, I really want to get out of this. I hate this. This is such a physical toll. They're trying to trap me in this. And then at one point he lays down, he goes to sleep, and he just never wakes up. And these guys literally, like, when they found out he was gone, was by throwing a water bottle at him and trying to wake him up just to realize that he wasn't there anymore. And like, so far, like with Sergio and with Raphael, these are like mainly like Kick things, and mainly like from European countries, French and Spain. But like, this is not an exclusive Kick or European thing, because this is also happening in China on the Chinese version of TikTok, Douyin, right? This guy right here, Brother 3000, drank 7 bottles of alcohol after losing a battle on the live streaming of Douyin. And this was all live stream. He died trying to win this game, hoping that the algorithm would give him views and give him rewards, because it's all money driven. And like, we also can't forget one of the earliest cases of this was Hoshibrid. He did a 24-hour Make-A-Wish charity stream, and he just pushed himself simply way too hard. He basically just died of exhaustion. He was confirmed, actually. He gave himself a heart attack from doing this 24-hour stream trying to raise money. And he still looked back on as a hero who just kind of just went too far, if I'm being honest. And yeah, I like to call all of this entire situation the Truman Show effect, because like in the movie, or like with the show, The Truman Show, all the viewers were completely dehumanizing Truman, right? That they did not care about his well-being. They just don't care about his happiness. They used his suffering and him going crazy as their entertainment. And up until this point, we've never had that in real life until we got streamers, right? Now, not only can you dehumanize someone for your enjoyment, but you can directly pay them and control their financial outcomes and push them to exhaustion and maybe even death. Like, this isn't the same as like sports, right? If a NBA player pushes themselves really hard in the finals but loses, it's not like they get their salary pulled away from them. They're only pushing themselves hard because they want to win, but their finances aren't dependent on it, so they're not going to push themselves to the brinks of death because of this, right? I mean, that takes me into something, I guess, a little lighter, but kind of has more eyes on it, which is Beast Games. Now, season 2 just came out, and I haven't seen it yet, but season 1 was a tough watch at a point, right? And people were like, I don't know, I had to turn it off at some point because people were literally having like emotional breakdowns because they pushed themselves so hard and lost and walk away with nothing, right? And even when people won, they would cry so hard because they just had such an emotional toll and had experienced such psychological pain from this experience. I remember that guy who he chose all the money and he left these like friendships he had made like screwed over, and it hurt him so much that even when he was like sitting on a stack of cash and crying. And this is Amazon streaming doing this, by the way. Like, this has become normalized at a mass scale, and it's scary. So to see this, it's like, we need more guardrails. We have to stop more of these situations from being created, whether it's Sergio's case or Raphael or anybody. We have to make sure that we're not, using human dehumanization as entertainment when it comes to streaming. And that's not just for Kick, that's for every platform, by the way. Kick is the one that has the least amount of guardrails, the least amount of protection. Anything goes. But I mean, really, we've seen this on other platforms, as I talked about, but there needs to be a serious discussion on creators going too hard to appease the viewers, because I don't know where we might be headed. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's gonna end it for me. For this stream, just a short little stream, because I needed to talk about this. I'm getting a notification over here, and an iPhone has now accessed iMessage and FaceTime. Great, cool. Do I recognize this iPhone? Oh well, I might be getting hacked. Who knows? Who cares? But yeah, I appreciate all y'all coming in here to check out the stream, to talk about this, and really, last thing I can say is, I mean, just rest in peace, Sergio. I mean, I know it, some people can say, oh, it's like his own free will. He kind of did it to himself, but he's really just chasing the views and being controlled basically like a puppet by his chat. Um, and that goes for some of these other guys. Like, I mean, Raphael just wanted friends, right? And the friends he had, the content creators, used that to abuse him. So I mean, it's like we're seeing the same story over and over again, and I genuinely don't know how we overcome this. But yeah, um, that's all for me tonight. Thank you guys. There's a lot of viewers in here. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Remember to take care of yourself. Don't end up like either of the groups that we talked about today. Don't end up like the chat, and don't end up like this streamer where you're getting enjoyment out of people's pain, and don't be someone that's encouraging other people's pain. Like, really, like, care for other people, and also take care of yourself, take care of your other mental. And also, I mean, I also just want to say rest in peace to the woman that passed away today in Minnesota. I mean, that story has tore me up all day long, and I feel like I would be doing a disservice if I didn't talk about it, at least when I'm on all three platforms right now. So yeah, rest in peace to her. And what ICE is doing is messed up, is really messed up. And yeah, I am going to be just moving over to TikTok now. So if you're on Twitch or YouTube, I know we got 35 people over on YouTube. If anybody wants to move over, we're going to be doing it on TikTok. We're going to be doing some battles. We're going to be hanging out till probably midnight, so another like 40 minutes. And yeah, I'm going to end this stream, and I'll see all y'all